Hey everyone, welcome back to the streaming session again. And this is the day 6 of DSA challenge. Okay. And I was maintaining this streaming session while doing a job, but still, let's see. Okay. And if you are just watching the streaming session, just let me know in the chat the voice quality of that stream is amazing or not, because I want to just make sure that the stream was smoothly and worked without any problem. Okay. And if you have any question, you can just simply ask me in the chat and we just start streaming session in just few minutes. Before that, I was just simply creating a file of 17 June. So we are just creating a file name and we just write the code in that particular file because this is help us to be consistent in the long term. Okay, first thing, we just simply smooth this suggestion that was being given by a GitHub because we just we write every single line of code by my own so I can make a better foundation in a DSA. Okay. I just don't want it to give me a suggestion. By the way, if you have any question and anything related to coding and you want to just building a community and a network, I was just creating a server. This is a Discord server of codeXnam. You can just simply join this Discord server and just make your network strong. Because right now the community is small, but we can expect it to be getting a uh, good audience in the future. Okay, so we just starting the streaming session, and on the yesterdays I covered what is while loop, for loop, do while basic syntax, and check if a stream is a number of people on wood. And this is a find factorial of a number. We have also solved this question. And the last we just solve a prime number is not or yes, just chicken. And now it's just the question is check if a number is a prime or not in a root. Okay. So we just need to find to check that a number is a root or find or not. Okay. So I just simply copy this and first thing we just simply go to here and paste it because we are just using a GPT to learning faster and perfecting. But we don't see any code here. We just simply cut it here and just paste it in the top of the line. Okay, just wait a second, guys. Just we have got a call. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. I just using Razor Pay API in my previous project for just practicing and make the payment gateway integration in my Pigify project. And I have just simply got a call from a Razor Pay service account, and they just simply asking it to me, do you really need any help regarding the result page? Just like suppose I was not creating any production project. So why I just needing an API? I just said I'm a student, but still I never thought if you just go to any payment gateway, they will just call you for confirmation. Do you really want to continue it or not? But no problem, it's so that's it. So you have just start the streaming session and like before we just moving here, let's see that If our streaming was smoothly working and everything was correctly or not. Because we are just sometimes facing that impression issue or anything else. But just see, let's see. Okay. So, okay, this one like, and just go to the analytics and see that YouTube just sharing that impression or not. So, okay, the YouTube was sharing the impression. Okay, this is the three impression yet. And okay, so everything is now perfect. And I think if you are just watching the streaming session, so you don't facing any voice issue or any else. Payment gateway, they will just call you. So, yes, so everything perfect. Now just moving to the coding part. And let's see what is it's showing to me in a GPT. And this is like a since you are a beginner or don't start the optimized solution, first understand why it's okay? Why it's a prime number. Okay? A prime number has exactly two factors, one and itself. Example, seven factors are one and seven. Prime. Okay. 12 are factor is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. So it's not prime. Okay. I already know this. In the beginner approach, to check if 36 is a prime, you might test it is divisible by 2, it is divisible by 3, it is divisible by 4, or it is divisible by 35. This work, but it's slow because you are checking almost every number up to n. And here is that notice a pattern take 36 factor pairs are 1 into 36, 2 into 36, 3 into 4, 12. After 6, the factors start repeating it reverse. So once you check up to 6, you already discovered every possible factors. Why 6? Because 6 into 1 6 are 36. And 6 is 36. Okay. So this is a rule. Another example. Let's see n is equal to my 100. Factor pair 1 into my 100, 2 into my 50, and 4 into 25, and 5 into my 60, 5 into my 20, and 10 into my 10. So is that before 10, one factor is small and the other is large. After 10, the pair just reverse. Since 10 is equal to my 10, it's 100. Checking beyond 10 is unless. ठीक है. The key iteration is if a number n has a factor. ठीक है. If a number n has a factor larger than n, then its partner factor must be smaller than n. Example 420 is a factor. Okay. Its partner is 5. You would already find 5 before reaching 20. Yeah, this makes sense. So, if a number has any factor at all, at least one factor must be less than or equal to n. Okay. That's the entire reason we only check up to the n. Okay. Visual idea. For 49, just like suppose, what 49, 1 into my 49 and 7 into 749 and 49 into 1. This is 7. Okay. The moment you reach 7, you covered all possible factor pairs. You need to check no need to check 8, 9, 10, 48. Rule of remember. Instead of checking only to one. Because any factor greater than n must have matching factors smaller than n, which would already have been found out. This reduces the work from roughly n check to only n check. This is much faster for large number. Think of n as the meeting point, then factor pair cross each other. Once you reach the point, there are no new factor left to control. So I understand these questions. Okay, I understand the point of that. And now just moving to the coding part. Okay, let's move to the coding part. So, okay. Sorry guys. Okay. So let's see. First thing, we have just simply creating a variable. Let num. Okay. And num is 100. Okay. In simple term, prime. First thing, you need to find so run the loop. Okay. I just simply put down if prime as false. People, that is prime false. And from that, I will put one starting from 0. Then, okay, we have no problem. Okay. So check if a number is a prime or not in iteration. So just like suppose it will be goes from larger to smaller. So it was starting from the I starting from the 36, not from 36, I'm starting from the now and getting I. Okay, I just need a pseudocode because I was struggling to understand. N is less than 1 currently, not prime. For each number I from 2 to n, take if n is divisible by I, if n is divisible by I, then not prime number. ठीक है? Let's start. How it's work. For each number one from A to n, for each number will be if n is divisible by n, if n is for each number I, ठीक है? This is basic क्या करते हैं? First thing I will just simply stating a function, but that if is less than 1 is prime equal to 1. Okay. Else, else for each number I from 2 to n. But how it's just different from a prime number or a not prime number? There is any difference? Check a prime number. Okay. So I just simply starting a else with for loop. I'm starting from the I plus. So we just simply write okay. And I think we have this writing on yesterday code. It was true in that condition. Okay. This for my document. Okay. And let's run this. If is prime is prime. Okay, if it's prime, console dot log is prime number else no, it's not a prime number. Okay, it is not a prime number. Let's run this code and see. We look can reach so I don't think it was run here. It's it's a prime number. 100 is a prime number. Oh no, what the logical error I have done. Okay. prime number. Okay, but how much divided by 2? Num नहीं होगा फिर वो if n num the value of okay. So as a prime rate, prime number. Okay, if in prime control dot log prime is not a prime number. Okay, okay, we had just run this function, but I was not call this function also. So first thing, I need to call this function also. So let's call this function. Check prime number and put the num here. And once I would just call it, it's not a prime number. Okay. But what if I just simply write it 7 here? So it was considered as a it is a prime number. Okay. So the problem was just like I was create a function but not call it. This is a very basic silly error, but I was just take off my mind, so I haven't noticed it yet. But now it's working. Okay. So but I was just take off my mind, so I have. So let's moving to the next thing. This question was already done, and I think the program was also in the Geek for Greek. So I think I can just solve it from a Geek for Greeks and make some proof of work also. But okay, but it's in completely in a Java. I think once we solve the questions for DSAs, then we can just change the language panel. Print all prime numbers less than n. Okay, print all prime number less than n. So let's see. I was simply first things I just copied this code. Okay, copy this function. Okay, because we have to just replace some similar thing, not similar thing, some things, and the code was working perfectly. Okay, perfect. Okay. So, hey guys, just pop up chat. So here we are, and now just moving to the if n is so we have just need to check the print the prime number less than n. Okay, so thing in this particular code, we don't need to make sure this is a prime number. It's so first thing when the value was less than one, we just simply print or invalid only, the invalid value. Invalid value. Invalid value and else let I is equal to menu, I is equal to menu, and I just the if name and this I'm not I num was starting the num value will be 10 and third dot log. Okay, it's just simply is 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. Wow, nice. But 21 is not is a prime number. So 21 is from in 3 is table. So I think this code was incorrect. 15 was not all 15 is also not a prime number. Okay. So how we can just make it correct? Just going into the streaming panel and let's see. Okay. I think today's YouTube was not sending an enough impression to my subscriber or existing viewer. That's why we have not getting an enough view because we are just only getting a 156 impression and it is very less. It is very less. Okay, but not problem. Okay, so 4 is not a prime number. Okay, if n is the problem here, print all prime number less than 10. Number less than 10 are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now ask for it. If the number is 2, 3 prime, not prime divided by 2, not divided by 2 and 2, not prime, not. So it steps with the main idea. There are actually two tasks happening. First, visit every number. You need to look at take care. So check if the current number is a prime. For each number asked, can this number be delivered by any smaller number except one? If yes, it's a prime. If it's not, it's not a prime. It's a mental model. For every number from to n minus one, pick a number, okay, and try to find an answer. If you find one, not prime. You can't find one. Starting from the list of India to by two. Now I can just okay. Just help it to for each number from to and minus one. Assume the numbers. For each smaller from 2 to current number minus 1. If current number is divisible by that smaller number, mark it as a prime number. Stop checking for it. Okay. If the number is divisible by the smaller number, for example, I less than numpty and I plus one. If I just I think I just need a suggestion of code. Okay. Less than equal to or I is less than m or is prime equal to prime. It should be false. Okay. And just creating another one loop is for that. And one loop is just like four. Started from two. Left, I started from two and I was less than num at I plus plus. Okay. If num was num was divided by if num was divided I and equal to zero. If it's equal to zero, then is prime false. Hi everyone. This is a topic of a basic DSA practice. That's it. I was just starting this journey, so currently I'm on the basic topic. Okay, this is the very foundations of some every programming language. So it's some few questions related to the loop. So currently I was solving the question related to the loops. In the previous one, we have already solved a few questions or even a road or a factorial or a prime of n or not. But in this particular, we have solving some few loops question and then we move into the number system. We are just following this sheet to practicing DSA. And it's a completely beginner series live streaming. And actually, welcome to my stream, bro. Welcome to my stream. And Naruto, I have just seen you काफी दिनों बाद देखा तुम्हें वैसे मेरी चैट बाकी मैं भी काफी दिनों बाद आया सो इट्स ओके okay let's back on the coding part if let's see if it's a prime okay so then if prime is false then break okay and if first thing is 10 and my college is actually it's over because I have only two exam left and once it's done my college was has been done actually. Okay, first prime. College is over almost. It was over in just 2 and 3 months. But like still we have practical left for an exam and also left final year project presentation. So yeah, it's almost completed, but not yet. It's not done yet. Okay, let's see. And just suppose this it doesn't care. Okay, I just simply create a function. It doesn't matter. That's sorry. And let's suppose if n is less than this. Okay. It's a function. No, take this. And for let num is equal to my 2. Okay, and num I is equal to my 2 and I was less than num take a less than okay. I have question. I make basic backend. I make basic project. I'm stuck in loop doing same again and again. I want level up my backend skill. If you want to level up your backend skill, just create your own project or something else. That's it. Okay. Because learning was never completed in the development. If you're learning new topics again and again, you just forget the previous one. So it's no one is just knows everything. You just need to learning and just move forward again and again. And once you just forget it, just go it and revise it again. Because at the same time, you can't remember all the things. Okay. Okay. So if num plus number so you have num and if this prime should be true. Okay. And this is for let I is equal to negative and I should be less than none. Okay, so first thing, just remove this function out. Okay, first thing, I just remove this function. Okay, now I was not, you just talk, if you're just talking about get placed, I was doing a BCA from a distance college. So how you expected to be get placed as a distance college student? But just like I was currently as a working professional, but it's a non-tech job. It's semi-tech job. It's not a proper coding job because the job market is literally cooked up, and I was struggling to getting a job. So, and sometimes you just need a money to invest in something and to just upgrade to upskill. So that's why I was just choose to getting a job, even a non-tech, and uh, and with job I was just preparing for a tech job. So I was whenever a good opportunity come, I was prepared. That's it. Okay. Bagi why I was already have a job. I get placed, but yeah, it's not my journey. But yeah, I was in simple term. Yeah, I placed. I have a job. I was not unemployed now. Okay. I was not unemployed now. Can share the DSA sheet. Okay, yeah, why not? Actually, some subscriber was already told me to share the DSA sheet, but I forget it. I just share it on the Discord server. Okay, so just go to the code discussion, DSA practice. Okay, I think it's not should be editable, so it's create a problem. Okay. So I have shared the link of this Excel sheet in the Discord server. If you want to access it, you can just simply go to the Discord server and just take it that sheet. Okay. I have shared it in the DSA practice. Okay. That and is equal to my number should be 100. Okay. Then for loop, let number equal to 2. Okay. And this was included. And if I just see it and copy paste it, I don't think it's make sense to learn. Okay, this is a loop that was starting from num0 and num was less than 20 and num plus plus is prime is okay. And that point is the basic code. We just simply creating a loop that was starting from the 2 and run until the we have getting to n. Okay, this is num plus plus simple. And here we just simply creating a loop that I was true and I was less than num and I plus plus plus. Is num is I divisible by 0, so is prime is false and break the otherwise. Okay, otherwise is prime console dot log num. Simple. Agree. Okay, I got it. And I was less than num and I let 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 num is equal to net. Lot let is prime is true here. Okay. For loop let I starting from zero. Okay. And it was called I less than into the now and I plus plus. And yeah, it's okay, bro. It's okay. And by the way, how was your placement journey going on? I was planning for MCA. Bro, I was just planning for an MCA, but not yet. If I was preparing for some good competitive exam to getting a good MCA college, then I was continue. But if I am just doing the MCA from any tier 4 or tier 5 college, so it doesn't make sense. So if I was preparing for planning MCA, I would just wait at least 1 year and just preparing for exam. And once I was just feel ki I can, then I was jump. Because right now the schedule was really fucked up, so it's difficult to manage things like that. So first thing या तो जॉब करनी पड़ेगी मुझे, तो जॉब छोड़ के प्रिपेयर करना पड़ेगा प्रॉपर. ओके. It's prime. Oh, it prime it's false. Okay. And that if is prime, I is not defined that I was already defined in that variable. Why just tell me that I is not defined? Let I is equal to 0, I less than, and I plus. Okay. We should plus the no. Tracks error. Okay. I is not defined. Let num and okay. Just copy this code. Okay. Paste it where and then I run it. That's was it. Okay. What is future called in tech industry? My is system architecture. Okay. By the way, learning system architecture is a very great career option nowadays because most of the things it's been written by an AI. Okay. So if you have a good knowledge to design a system, so you can build any product or any software. So yeah, it's a good path. And learning a system design is I think the high demanding skill in a software development or a web development. Because you can easily write any type of code using the Claude or a GPT or any AI model, but it's difficult to maintain a proper system architecture. So learning system architecture and design a completely system architecture, it's really a good skill in the future. So yeah, it's a good option. Okay. And equal to be 2 and num is equal to be 2 and num was less than and num plus 2. So that is right. For let I is equal to and I is less than num and this is I plus equals 0. Here it is. That's working successfully. And now just moving to the next question. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. Okay, this question was also predicted. Now just see. Okay, the next question is number system, and I think I should continue the number system on the tomorrow's streaming session because the 1 hour is almost 1 hour is completed. Okay, so we just continue the number system on the tomorrow's streaming session. So this is for only today's. We just continue it tomorrow. Bye bye. Have a good day, and let's see.